Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second video for creating a 5-pointed star. Okay, we're going to finish the star, and then I'm going to show you some different changes you could put just to create your own changes if you want to create something different or add. So first of all, I needed to go back and talk to you about why we split that into 10 sections if there's only 5 points. If we looked here, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, but we also need to divide it up for these 5 points as well. So that's why we needed to break this up, because you're going to see that I needed to break up to get 5 points out of this. I also need these angles on the inside, and there's 5 of those as well. So just to sort of try to make sense out of that. Now, we're going to move pretty quick here. I have a 4-inch radius of a circle. Here's my 4-inch radius. I'm going to create a much smaller circle. 1.5 inches would work well. You can definitely create your own, change it up if you want a larger center or a smaller center. But I'm going to go with 1.5 inches. Okay, there's my 1.5 inch mark, and I'm going to come around here. Okay, this is why we use pencil, because we're going to need to erase a lot of things here when we're done. Right now, I have a star waiting to happen, okay? So I'm going to tilt this so that I have the top point of my star right on the top. This is going to be the top point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this point to this point to this point. Okay. And I've got that. And when I've split up the star in equal fractions, then what happens is I have all these equal lines I can work with. Okay, I just have 1 point now. I'm going to come over and create another one. And of course, I'm moving along real quick because I have a lot of practice with this, but you can definitely slow it down, take your time. Okay, if something looks a little crazy, erase it and come back to it. Okay, I'm going to go around. I'm going to join this side to that. I'm just using the fact that I've split this circle up into equal parts, so now I have these patterns that start repeating themselves. Okay, I've got 3 sides, or 3 of the points of the star. Once again, just pause it, take your time. Okay, almost 5 points. Okay, and finally I've got 5 points to the star. Now, it's a mess, right? You might see that it's a mess. If I start erasing all my extra lines in here, I want to show you sort of one of the finished products. Okay, I could erase all the extra lines and I would end up with this guy right there, which I think is pretty cool. Okay. And you can provide some color. You can have one color on one side, one color on the other, and repeat that pattern. That'll give it some dimension. Now, we could do a couple other things here to this. What I could do is, before I start erasing all these lines, is I could create a star in the background. Okay? And how would I do that? I would connect, just like I connected the ones up front, I would come back here and connect these, but I just wouldn't draw the line all the way through, so that I have a star behind a star. So I've got that going there, and I'm going from this point up to that point there. And all of a sudden I have some dimension. I've got a star behind a star. Okay, so that's one option you can do. I'll show you that one more time. Okay, just like the front of the star, I'm doing it, but I'm just going to not draw this line all the way through. Okay, I've got that going there. This can be pretty cool when you have two two four pointed stars over each other. It's like the Mariner's star. It's the star for sailors. People are you guys would probably recognize it. So you could see that if I start erasing some of these lines up front, I'd have a star behind a star. So that's a pretty cool look. And then the only other thing I thought about here was I could create a pentagon in the middle of this, a regular pentagon with 5 equal sides by just joining these points here or the opposite ones. And what I'm doing is I'm just skipping a point. There's all sorts of things you could do. I'm just giving you a couple examples to create some variety here. Okay. Okay, now, I just wanted to show you a couple ideas here, because look, I've got a lot of things working here, and I can go in a lot of directions. I can erase a lot, I can finish this guy, I can finish putting points over here. So I just wanted to give you a look on, if I erase some of this, I could have this pentagon inside here. I could create, that's what that looks like if I start erasing some of these other lines, to have a star behind the star. I could have that going on. Okay, so I just wanted to give you some choice, and I'll have one of these displayed on when you guys get started on this. So good luck, and I'll see you soon.